Before you get up and start your day, take a moment and observe, what's your emotional state or mood upon waking? I'm sure you've had the experience of waking up and feeling tired and cranky. You may have even noticed that at times like this, it's really easy to feel irritated by things, even things that normally wouldn't even register on your radar. And that's because our underlying emotional state or mood biases our perception in a way that tends to reinforce and perpetuate it. And that's why when you're feeling happy and full of energy, things generally seem rosy. Problems that you run into seem like speed bumps rather than roadblocks, and even colors look brighter and more vivid. And that's why when you're feeling down, sad, perhaps even depressed, the things that used to bring a smile to your face only seem to confirm and underscore how miserable you feel. Everything looks gray. Now, whatever the reason for your emotional state upon waking, you're not doomed to carry it around for the rest of the day. Take a moment and observe in an accepting and non-reactive way what your mood is like. Here's an example to show you what you might uncover. Now, it was a rough night, so when the alarm went off, I was feeling a bit like I'd been run over by a truck. Let's go in for a closer look and see what's going on under the hood. First, the physical sensations. There's a burning, achy sensation around my eyes and where the eyelids meet. And there's a moderately sharp, pulsing pain in my forehead above my right eye, and a dull, throbbing sensation in my mid-back, possibly from sleeping in a strange position. Overall, my body feels heavy and drained of energy. Now the thoughts. And the most obvious thoughts are a voice in my head that says things like, "I can't believe it's already morning. This sucks. I don't want to get up. I feel really tired," and so on. There's also a mental loop playing in my mind, a voice saying, "I'm tired, I'm tired, I'm tired," over and over again. Now, let's go a little deeper and have a look underneath the thoughts. There's an underlying mood of irritability and crankiness, and "it's all their fault I'm tired, I hate feeling like this" kind of a mood. And there's a lot of I in it. I'm very identified with the mood. It's currently defining who I am. "I'm irritable and cranky, and you'd better watch out, because I have every right to show you just how awful I feel." Very nice. Now, just observe without reacting, without resisting, or trying to change anything, and see what happens. Now, the physical sensations, they come and go. They change in intensity, and they're not me. They're just physical sensations doing their thing, giving me information about the state of my body. And they're constantly changing. Okay, now what about the thoughts? Well, they're very ephemeral. They arise and then vanish very quickly. Only the mental loop seems to have any staying power. And that means it's probably being fueled by the underlying mood. So let's check out the mood again. Now it feels very uncomfortable. There's an urge to act out in some way to deal with the uncomfortableness of it. And it definitely feels like it's not the experience I'm supposed to be having. I can see it spawning thoughts like, "I'm tired, I hate this, I'm going to stay in bed." And I can see that if I buy into their content, it just reinforces the mood and keeps the whole cycle going. Now, when you find something like this, an underlying mood or emotional state that's fueling and being sustained by repetitive thoughts, you found a critical area to be mindful of. So this is where you want to hang out and watch with curiosity and acceptance. Now, the temptation to tinker with the mood, to modify it, repress it, or change it into something better is really strong. Resist that temptation at all costs. The more you mess with it, the more entrenched the emotional state becomes. All you really need to do is just hang out with the mood. Resist the temptation to mess with it, and like all mental phenomena, it'll go away on its own. Now, it'll probably come back again, but each time you repeat your mindful observation, you'll find yourself identifying less and less with it, and it'll stop bothering you. And when that happens, you're free from it. Now, in time, it might even completely subside on its own and not return for the rest of the day. Well, it's time to get up now and start the day. Man, I feel tired, but that's all right. I'm Grabovac. Hope you enjoyed this video. See you next time.